In this video, we'll show how to write off an unpaid invoice. Your accountant should be the only one authorized to do this for both security and tax compliance issues. We're going to start here at the QuickBooks homepage, and let's pull up our customer by selecting the Customers tab. We'll be using Interstate National as our customer, and if you just type in the first two letters IN, you see that we go right down to the customer, Interstate National Dealer Services. Go up and select New Transactions, and then Receive Payments. Now in this demonstration, we're going to take care of the first three invoices here. So first we need to select a payment method, and we're going to select AR Write-Off. Now if you don't see AR Write-Off as an option, you'll have to create it here in QuickBooks, and then make sure you update it to the Parts and Service Manager. Now we want to highlight the invoice that we're working on, but we don't want to check the box, so leave the box unchecked. Once selected, go down and click on Discount and Credits, and then select the Discount tab. Up top we can see a summary of our invoice, the invoice number, the date, the original amount, the amount due, so you don't lose track of where you are. You can see our amount due is $338.34. We can enter that in down here. Tab down to the discount account and just hit 8, and that brings us down to our other expenses accounts, and we're going to select bad debts. Tab down to our discount class, and our location in this example is the Superstore, so I'm going to type in SU. That gets us to our proper location, and then we're going to click on Service Department. Click Done. Now if we look up at our first invoice, we can see that we have the $338.34 entered under the discount. And we're calling it a discount because we're actually discounting the invoice down to 0. Now because we're going to take care of these next two invoices, we're going to click on Save in New. And you can see that each one of these have to be done separately in QuickBooks. So let's put in our customer again, type in IN. There's Interstate National. We can see our payment method is already entered in, so we're all set there. Now we can select our next invoice. Remember not to check the box. Select Discount and Credits. Select the Discount tab. Enter in our amount due, $183.98. Discount account is all set. And then SU for Superstore. And select Service Department. Click Done. Click Save and New, and let's do our last invoice. Again, we're going to type in IN for Interstate. Payment method's OK. Select the invoice. Discount and Credits. Discount tab. And the amount due is $238.98. That's correct. And SU for Superstore. And Service Department. Click Done. Save and close. And now if we go up and click on our invoice, we can see that it's marked paid. And if we go to the chart of accounts, I'm going to enter in an 8 to get us down to our bad debts account. And here we can see our account quick report of what we've just done. So now that these invoices have been written off to the bad debt expense account in QuickBooks, we need to go into the Service Manager and do the same thing. Let's pull up the Service Manager, and from the home page, select Receive Payment. In the Pay Code filter list, select Insurance, because that's what Interstate is, insurance company. And then select the Payment Method drop-down. And again, we want to select AR Write-Off. Keep in mind, if you had to create this item in QuickBooks, and you don't see it here, you need to update Parts and Service from QuickBooks, and then you'll see it. Select AR Write-Off, and now we need to find our invoices, which they're going to be down the bottom. So instead of scrolling down, I'm just going to click on the blue invoice box, and now they should be the first three. And here they are. Select the first invoice, and we can enter in the balance due into the payment field. Or an easier way to do it is just to select the Auto Allocate button, and it enters it for you. You can also type in a memo if you choose. Let's put in Accountant Write-Off. And now we can select F4, Apply Payments, Continue, and the payment's been applied. We can do the same thing for the next two invoices. We can see our payers already entered. Payment method, AR Write-Off, and now we can go down and select the Auto Allocate. One thing to keep in mind, unlike QuickBooks, you could pay all these off at the same time, but you might find it's better to keep them separated, so we're going to do them one at a time. Apply payments, continue, payments applied, and now let's do our final invoice. Select Auto Allocate, apply payments, and select OK. And that's it. The procedure is now completed. The payment method taken in Service Manager will not go to QuickBooks because the invoice in QuickBooks is already paid in full. The QuickBooks interface suppresses the payment, therefore there will be no messages on the QuickBooks interface communication log. That's why it's important to follow the steps in this video.